I guess I will straight go to the question, I guess, which is everybody's mind is really around the pricing of the issues and valuations, right? We are also seeing issues around, not I won't say issues, but things around the new age companies, right? The valuations are very different from, I won't say the old age, from some of the traditional brick and mortar models. How do you see the valuation play emerging? And what's your really take on some of the issues that have hit the market, and how do you see that hitting the market going forward?
Thanks, Raja. I wish I had a crystal ball, that'll help me answer that question. Being a merchant banker in past life, I think pricing of an issue and the valuation is only right or wrong with benefit of hindsight. The best you can do is, make sure that it is the right reason that you are going to the capital markets, which could be getting access to public capital, could be liquidity for shareholders, could be creating currency for growth, and various things. Capital markets in general are very fair. There is a method to the madness. We can all sit back and say that a particular issue was overpriced or underpriced. Effectively using all tools that are available, which is really data and analytics around similar businesses in terms of industry, size, market. Today triangulation of data is very easy and data is very accessible. What we also have to realize, and often we don't, that the investors in capital markets are the same people. It is common global capital that drives a lot of the liquidity. Now, the aberrations on valuation and pricing, again, what goes up comes down, what goes down comes up. I was taught as a young man that in the short term, markets move on sentiment, in the medium term on liquidity, and long term fundamentals. So as long as fundamentals of a business are clear and you've been upfront and represented in a fair manner everything about your business, the investors sitting on the other side, and I'm talking about institutional investors, they do pay heed to a lot of that. And it is, again, my view on that is that your listing price is only a beginning. I think the value that gets created over a period of time is what really is the benefit you get from accessing capital markets. We also need to keep in mind, when there are, I'll let Vivek and Manish comment later on, but you're only putting, a very small part of your equity, out to public shareholders. The real value that gets created for a promoter shareholder is in what is left behind. So it's always, one thing I would say is that if you believe your business is worth 100, you should leave 10 rupees on the table for the public. The public will appreciate it. The Dhirubhai Ambani model of value creation, and I bring that to fore, that a lot of people benefited because it created wealth for individual investors, for institutional investors, and they come back and they will honor that next time you access capital markets. So in summary, I don't think there is a crystal ball which will tell you whether the price is right or wrong. It is hindsight that creates that opinion, but working towards the fundamentals will keep the company's valuation fair, and in the long term create value. I think today there is so much liquidity in the market that a lot of things tend to get ignored. But if I look at scratch the surface and look below that, India is the only market where there is growth. And global capital actually is making a choice to come here. It is not, we're just benefiting because there is no alternative, but the fundamentals seem to be intact. The growth story seems to be intact. There are impediments on the way, and anything that helps us access the consumers that the India market offers, those businesses will always get highly valued. And I think the new age businesses and their recent capital markets debuts are all around that.